what I do in the book is I convey the gospel of Christ, I think in a way that most people are very unfamiliar with, because the conventional understanding of the gospel of Christ today is that Jesus saves us from hell. Right? He forgives our sins and he saves us from hell and we get to go to heaven.
Right.
That's sort of the cookie cutter version. Sunday school presentation of the gospel, which isn't necessarily wrong.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But it's woefully inadequate.
Yeah.
Because at its core, the gospel of Christ is about restoring the sons and daughters of Adam back into the family of God.
Yep.
That's the heart of the gospel. And this is the message, by the way, that is conveyed through the parable of the prodigal son. We don't have to go down that path here, but that's the message that's conveyed in the parable of the prodigal son.
Yeah.
And that to me, there's nothing more exciting. See, this is the original story. The gospel of Christ is the original heroic story that underlays. It's the archetype. It's the archetypical story that underlies all of our hero's journey stories that we have in society, human society.
Yep.
Jesus is the ultimate hero of humanity. It's that his story is the most epic. And what's so wonderful about it is you're not just going to heaven. That's not even really the idea. The gospel doesn't convey you're going to heaven. That's not what it's about. It's about you're going back into the family.
Mm-hmm.
And the implications of that are enormous
and insane,
magnitudinous.
All the rights of being in the family.
That's right.
And the positional authority.
Going back into becoming a son in the Father's house again. Remember, we're the younger sibling.
Yeah. And
we have older siblings.
Yeah.
And the older siblings, the ones that are still there, the most of them, have been there since the beginning. Okay. Parable of the prodigal son. You have an older brother and a younger brother. The younger brother, I said I wouldn't get into that, but the younger brother goes and wastes his inheritance.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's hard for me not to get into the parable of the prodigal son is because it's the most poetic, it's the most beautiful presentation of the gospel in the Bible.